Attitudes of a person who only uses you and doesn't care about you. Welcome to Stoic in Your Life. Today we're diving into a crucial topic. 7 attitudes of a person who only uses you and doesn't care about you. Navigating the often turbulent waters of human relationships requires wisdom and insight. Identifying these toxic attitudes can protect our emotional well-being and help us cultivate more fulfilling connections. As Seneca wisely said, associate with people who are likely to improve you. This video will guide you in recognizing these harmful behaviors and encourage you to seek relationships that enrich your life. Stay tuned and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your experiences can help others on their journey. Number 1. Persistent lack of respect. In the intricate dynamics of human relationships, respect is a cornerstone that must be consistently upheld. A person who is using you typically exhibits a persistent lack of respect, which is manifested in various ways. Imagine frequently encountering situations where your plans are abruptly canceled, or the other person habitually arrives late, or even fails to show up at all. These actions are not mere oversights, but clear indications that your time and needs are deemed insignificant. This pattern of behavior is a glaring signal of selfishness and disregard for your feelings. Consider a scenario where you've arranged a special event, like a dinner or a celebration, and this person repeatedly fails to honor their commitment. Over time, such behavior erodes trust and fosters resentment. You may find yourself always accommodating their schedule and preferences, yet they seldom, if ever, do the same for you. This consistent disrespect not only disrupts your plans but also leaves you feeling undervalued and unimportant. One common story involves a person who continually reschedules or cancels meetings at the last minute. Perhaps you've taken time off work or rearranged your day to fit them in, only to receive a text an hour before saying they're too busy or something came up. This lack of consideration for your time shows a clear disrespect and highlights the unequal nature of the relationship. It's a reminder of Marcus Aurelius's wisdom. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Maintaining your dignity means setting boundaries and recognizing that you deserve better treatment. Dealing with someone who constantly interrupts you, disregards your opinions, or talks over you in conversations. This behavior is not just annoying. It's a profound sign of disrespect. It suggests that they do not value your thoughts or contributions, seeing their own as inherently more important. This can be especially evident in group settings, where your attempts to speak are frequently overshadowed or ignored. Recognizing these behaviors is crucial for maintaining your self-respect and emotional well-being. It's important to set clear boundaries and communicate your feelings openly. For instance, calmly expressing how their constant cancellations affect you can be a first step towards addressing the issue. If the person continues to disrespect your time and needs, it might be necessary to reconsider the value of keeping such a relationship. Have you ever faced a situation where someone's repeated disrespect made you question the value of the relationship? Share your experiences in the comments below, and let's discuss how we can uphold respect in all our interactions. Number 2. Superficial bonding. In the intricate web of human connections, the depth and authenticity of our bonds are the true measures of their value. One clear sign that someone is using you is their tendency to engage in superficial bonding. These individuals avoid forming meaningful, deep connections and instead maintain interactions that rarely go beyond surface-level conversations. You might notice that conversations with this person are often trivial, revolving around inconsequential topics such as the weather, latest gossip, or everyday small talk. They are reluctant to share their vulnerabilities or delve into deeper, more personal subjects. For example, imagine spending time with someone who never discusses their personal challenges, dreams, or fears. They might seem friendly and engaging, yet you realize that despite spending considerable time together, you know very little about their true self. This behavior creates an invisible barrier that prevents the relationship from developing into a more intimate and trusting bond. It keeps you at arm's length, ensuring that the relationship remains shallow and unfulfilling. This lack of genuine connection signifies that the relationship is not a priority for them. You may start to feel that your interactions are merely a convenience for them, serving their immediate needs without any true emotional investment. This realization can be quite disheartening, especially if you've invested significant time and effort into the relationship, hoping for it to flourish. Reflecting on such dynamics, it becomes clear that investing our emotional energy in superficial relationships can be draining and ultimately unfulfilling. It's essential to assess whether these connections are contributing positively to our lives or simply draining our energy without providing any substantial return. In the words of the ancient philosopher Epictetus, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. This quote highlights the importance of genuine interest and listening in relationships. True friends will show curiosity about your life, ask meaningful questions, and engage in conversations that reflect mutual respect and interest. Recognizing superficial bonding is a crucial step towards fostering healthier relationships. It invites us to evaluate the depth and quality of our connections and to seek relationships that offer true reciprocity and emotional depth. Have you ever found yourself in a relationship that felt shallow despite significant time and effort? How did you handle it? Let's share our stories and support each other in recognizing and fostering more meaningful and enriching relationships. Number 3, selective availability. Selective availability is a significant indicator that someone is using you. This behavior becomes evident when the person is readily accessible, when they need something from you, but becomes mysteriously unavailable when the roles are reversed. Picture a situation where you often find yourself acting as a benefactor, responding to requests for help, emotional support, or favors. However, when you need assistance or support, you are met with silence, ignored messages, and unreturned calls. This pattern of selective availability creates an imbalance in the relationship, where your efforts and care flow in a one-way direction with no reciprocity. This dynamic reveals a deliberate disregard for your needs and feelings. For example, a scenario where you've helped a friend move into a new apartment, taking a day off work and expending significant effort. Yet when you ask for help with a minor task, such as picking you up from the airport, they suddenly become too busy or unreachable. Another common situation involves emotional support. You might be the go-to person for someone during their times of distress, always available to listen and provide comfort. However, when you experience a tough time and seek their support, they offer excuses or simply don't respond. This lack of mutual support highlights the one-sided nature of the relationship and underscores the other person's lack of genuine concern for your well-being. Consider a professional context where a colleague frequently asks for your expertise and assistance on projects. While you are always there to help when you need input or support for your own work, they are nowhere to be found. This selective availability not only hampers your professional growth, but also creates a toxic work environment where you feel exploited. Recognizing this behavior is crucial for maintaining your self-respect and self-esteem. It's important to ask ourselves whether we are truly in a mutually enriching relationship or merely a convenient source for someone else's needs. Setting clear boundaries is essential. For instance, learning to say no when you feel taken advantage of can help in rebalancing the relationship. Moreover, communicating your needs and expectations openly can sometimes prompt a positive change in behavior. If the person values the relationship, they might make an effort to be more available and supportive. However, if the pattern persists, it might be a sign that the relationship is fundamentally exploitative and needs to be reevaluated. By reassessing these connections, we can protect our emotional health and foster relationships based on reciprocity and respect. Number 4. Guilt and manipulation. Guilt and manipulation are powerful tools often wielded by those who seek to exploit others. This form of manipulation can manifest in various subtle yet insidious ways, aiming to coerce you into acting according to their desires. Imagine finding yourself frequently under pressure to say yes to demands, often driven by statements designed to exploit your empathy and kindness. Phrases like, "If you were really my friend, you would do this," or "I would do the same for you," are commonly used to manipulate your emotions, making you feel guilty and responsible for their happiness or well-being. This behavior creates a sense of obligation that can be hard to resist, especially if you naturally have a compassionate and empathetic personality. Consider scenarios where you've been guilt-tripped into helping someone despite knowing it wasn't in your best interest. Perhaps you agreed to lend money, take on additional responsibilities, or sacrifice your own needs simply because you were made to feel that saying no would harm the relationship or disappoint the other person. These manipulation tactics are often disguised as normal requests, making it challenging to recognize the emotional coercion at play. Such manipulation erodes your emotional integrity and self-esteem over time. It leads you to question your boundaries and responsibilities, often leaving you feeling drained and resentful. A famous quote by Seneca, "He who is brave is free," underscores the importance of standing up for yourself and maintaining your emotional freedom. It's a reminder that true bravery lies in asserting your own needs and boundaries, even when it feels difficult. Addressing these manipulative behaviors requires courage and clarity. It involves recognizing the signs of manipulation, understanding your own worth, and being willing to set firm boundaries. Open and honest communication is key. When faced with manipulative requests, calmly and clearly express your feelings without accusations. This can help clarify misunderstandings and even give the other person a chance to review and change their behavior. Moreover, seeking support from trusted friends, family, or a professional can provide valuable outside perspectives and guidance. It's essential to remember that healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and understanding, not on guilt and manipulation. How do you handle situations where you feel manipulated or guilt-tripped? Number 5. Lack of detailed personal interest. A lack of detailed personal interest is a significant indicator that someone is using you. True friends and sincere companions demonstrate genuine interest in your life, emotions, and experiences. They engage in meaningful conversations, share your joys, and support you through challenges. In stark contrast, a person who is using you rarely asks about your day, feelings, or aspirations. Their involvement in conversations is limited to their own experiences and needs, or superficial topics that lack emotional depth. Reflect on relationships where you felt that your voice and story were only valued when they served the other person's interests. This dynamic reveals a disturbing disconnection, reducing your role to an audience for their narratives or a resource for their conveniences. For instance, think about a time when you shared an exciting achievement or a personal struggle with someone, only to receive a lukewarm response or a quick shift back to their own issues. This behavior indicates that your value to them is conditional on what you can offer, not on who you are. It can be incredibly disheartening to realize that someone you care about sees you more as a tool for their benefit, rather than as a person with your own unique worth and experiences. This absence of curiosity and empathy is a telltale sign that the relationship is not balanced. True connections involve a two-way street of sharing and caring. A quote from Epictetus, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak," emphasizes the importance of listening and showing interest in others. Genuine relationships thrive on mutual interest and engagement. Addressing this issue involves self-reflection and open communication. Evaluate whether your relationships are truly reciprocal. Are your friends and companions genuinely interested in your life, or do they only reach out when they need something? By recognizing these patterns, you can take steps to foster healthier, more balanced relationships. Number 6. Superficial bonding. In the complex tapestry of human relationships, superficial bonding is a clear sign that someone is using you. This behavior masks the true nature of the relationship, keeping it at a shallow, surface level without any meaningful depth. A person who is using you tends to avoid forming a deep and meaningful connection. They engage in interactions that rarely go beyond the surface, avoiding discussions that require emotional investment or vulnerability. For instance, you might start to notice that conversations with this person are often trivial, revolving around topics like the weather, recent movies, or other safe, non-personal subjects. They might be friendly and engaging, yet there's a palpable barrier that prevents the relationship from progressing to a deeper level. This pattern keeps you at a distance, ensuring that the relationship remains unchallenging and easy for them. Think about the times when you've shared something personal or significant, only to receive a lukewarm or dismissive response. Maybe you opened up about a family issue or a work-related stress, expecting empathy or advice. But the conversation quickly shifted back to mundane topics or their own experiences. This lack of genuine interest in your life and feelings indicates that the person is not invested in the relationship's emotional depth. Consider a social context where you regularly hang out with someone at group events or casual meetups. Despite spending considerable time together, you realize that you know very little about their true self, and they know equally little about you. This dynamic is a strong indicator that the relationship is not a priority for them and serves only a superficial social need. Another example is in the workplace, where a colleague might engage in small talk and friendly banter, but never shows interest in your career aspirations or challenges. They might avoid deeper professional discussions that could foster a more meaningful and supportive working relationship. This lack of genuine connection signifies that the relationship is not a priority for them. You may start to feel that your interactions are merely a convenience for them, serving their immediate needs without any true emotional investment. This realization can be quite disheartening, especially if you've invested significant time and effort into the relationship, hoping for it to flourish. As we navigate these dynamics, it becomes clear that investing our emotional energy in superficial relationships can be draining and ultimately unfulfilling. It's essential to assess whether these connections are contributing positively to our lives or simply draining our energy without providing any substantial return. Reflecting on such dynamics, it becomes clear that investing our emotional energy in superficial relationships can be draining and ultimately unfulfilling. It's essential to assess whether these connections are contributing positively to our lives or simply draining our energy without providing any substantial return. In the words of the ancient philosopher Epictetus, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. This quote highlights the importance of genuine interest and listening in relationships. True friends will show curiosity about your life, ask meaningful questions, and engage in conversations that reflect mutual respect and interest. Recognizing superficial bonding is a crucial step towards fostering healthier relationships. It invites us to evaluate the depth and quality of our connections and to seek relationships that offer true reciprocity and emotional depth. Number 7. Absence in crucial moments. In the journey of discerning human relationships, the 7th sign stands out with a somber clarity: absence in critical moments. The essence of a healthy relationship is often revealed not on sunny days, but in life's storms. It is during periods of adversity, illness, personal loss, or phases of intense stress that the true character of a relationship is put to the test. Imagine facing one of these challenging moments, expecting to find support and understanding from someone you consider a friend or partner. However, instead of support, you are met with a void. The person is noticeably absent, perhaps offering superficial consolation or generic words that sound more like a formality than a genuine gesture of empathy. This pattern of behavior, where emotional and physical support is notably scarce or non-existent in times of need, is an alarming indicator. It reveals that the relationship may be heavily one-sided, with one person investing emotionally while the other evades during times of reciprocation. Absence in crucial moments is a mirror reflecting the true nature of the relationship. It's not just about not being physically present. It's the lack of empathy, emotional unavailability, and indifference that speak volumes. This lack of support not only wears down the emotional fabric of the relationship, but also raises questions about its intrinsic value and the sincerity of the connection. Recognizing this reality can be painful, but it is essential for protecting one's dignity and emotional well-being. Confronting this truth propels us to reassess the relationship and to ponder the importance of establishing more equitable relationships, where support and presence are reciprocal. Realizing the presence of concerning signs in a relationship is a vital initial step. But what truly defines the nature and future of these interactions is how we act upon these findings. In crucial moments, especially those that require support and solidarity, the absence of someone who should be by our side can reveal an uncomfortable truth about the relationship. In these difficult times, the true depth and sincerity of a bond are put to the test. The lack of emotional commitment and solidarity from someone who is using us is a clear indicator of these shortcomings. To cultivate healthier and more balanced relationships, it is essential to establish clear boundaries. Saying no is a fundamental aspect of any healthy relationship. When feeling uncomfortable or pressured, communicating your own boundaries clearly and directly is crucial. Defining and firmly maintaining what is acceptable to you is a practice of self-respect and preserving your emotional health. In situations where you feel used, open and honest communication is key. Addressing the matter calmly, clearly, and directly, expressing your feelings without accusations, can clarify misunderstandings and even give the other person a chance to review and change their behavior. Seeking support in dealing with the emotional complexities of being in an unbalanced relationship is another important step. Talking to trusted friends, family members, or a professional can provide a much-needed outside perspective, as well as support and guidance. Remember, every individual deserves respect and reciprocity in their relationships. Identifying and confronting situations where your interests are not considered is essential for strengthening your emotional well-being. Learning how to handle these challenges empowers us to build and maintain healthier, more rewarding relationships founded on mutual respect, empathy, and effective communication. By recognizing the signs of unbalanced relationships and taking proactive steps, you take a crucial step in protecting yourself and cultivating healthier and more fulfilling interactions. It's important to remember that your value is not defined by how others treat you. Rather, it is intrinsic and reaffirmed by how you stand in situations where there is a lack of respect or consideration. In our journey to discern true intentions and relationships, an essential understanding stands out. You deserve relationships that are reciprocal and respectful. If you identified with this content and found value in the information shared, I invite you to subscribe for more insights like this. Together, we will continue to navigate the complexities of human interactions, unraveling and better understanding the patterns of behavior and emotions that surround us. Your support is crucial in this journey of discovery and continuous learning. Remember, the key to healthier and more enriching relationships lies in recognizing, acting, and above all, respecting yourself and others. Thank you for watching Stoic in Your Life. Understanding and identifying these 7 toxic attitudes is the first step towards personal growth and happiness. By applying these principles, you can protect your emotional health and build more genuine and reciprocal relationships. Remember Epictetus's words. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Embrace these insights, set healthy boundaries, and choose connections that uplift you. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and comment your thoughts below. Let's continue to support each other in our journey towards a more mindful and fulfilling life. 15 Stoic Principles to Master the Art of Not Caring. Mastering the art of not caring is essential in Stoicism, empowering you to maintain control over yourself and remain unaffected by external influences. 1. Silence is golden. One of the fundamental principles of Stoicism is understanding the power of silence. In a world where everyone is eager to voice their opinions and assert their dominance through words, the ability to hold your tongue is a powerful tool. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "Nature gave us one tongue but 2 ears so that we could hear twice as much as we speak." This emphasizes the importance of listening more than speaking. Silence allows us to think before we speak. It gives us the time to reflect on our words and consider their impact. Before you feel the urge to blurt out something impulsively, pause. Ask yourself, is what I'm about to say true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? Will it improve on silence? If the answer is no, then it's better left unsaid. Imagine you're in a heated argument. Instead of reacting immediately with anger, take a moment to breathe and listen to the other person's point of view. This pause not only helps in calming down but also in responding thoughtfully, which can diffuse the situation. Similarly, in a meeting at work, listening more can provide insights that you might miss if you're too focused on making your point. Silence isn't just about not speaking, it's about listening with intention. When you listen more, you understand more, and with understanding comes wisdom. This wisdom helps you navigate through life's complexities with grace and poise. 2. Focus on what you can control. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is the importance of focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you cannot. This principle is succinctly captured by Epictetus, who said, "The chief task in life is simply this: to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control and which have to do with the choices I actually control." Recognize that you cannot control external events or the actions of others. What you can control is your own response to these events and actions. When something frustrating happens, like missing a flight or dealing with a difficult colleague, pause and consider what aspects you have the power to influence. Is it the event itself? Or is it your reaction to the event? Channel your energy into areas within your control, such as your attitude, effort, and actions. For instance, if you're facing a tight deadline at work, instead of stressing about the immovable deadline, focus on how you can manage your time more efficiently and prioritize your tasks. This shift in focus not only reduces anxiety, but also enhances your productivity. By concentrating on what you can control, you free yourself from the constant cycle of disappointment and frustration that comes from trying to control the uncontrollable. This mindset leads to greater inner peace and allows you to respond to life's challenges more effectively. 3. Accept life's imperfections. It's human nature to desire order and predictability. We wish for things to make sense and go according to plan, but inevitably changes arise. People make mistakes and suffering occurs. Things will never be perfect. When you expect or demand perfection from life, yourself, or others, you set yourself up for constant frustration and disappointment. The nature of imperfection. Life is inherently imperfect. Accepting this reality can liberate you from unnecessary stress and dissatisfaction. Instead of demanding that things should be different, work with what is. When you accept imperfection, you can navigate life's challenges with greater ease and wisdom. Consider the example of a project at work that doesn't go as planned. Instead of getting upset and frustrated, use it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Ask yourself what can be improved next time. Embrace mistakes as valuable lessons rather than failures. Accepting imperfections also means showing compassion to yourself and others. We all have flaws and make mistakes. By being kind to yourself and others when things go wrong, you foster a healthier, more positive environment. Remember, as Marcus Aurelius said, the more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. 4. Accept change. Nothing in life stays the same. Impermanence and change are woven into existence itself. Attempting to rigidly control or hold on to things as they are inevitably fails and leads to suffering. Reflect deeply on the reality that aging, loss, and death await us all. Relationships evolve, circumstances change, the wheel of life keeps turning. Accepting change means understanding that it is a natural part of life. Every experience, whether good or bad, is temporary. By embracing this truth, you can navigate transitions with greater ease and less resistance. For instance, when facing a significant life change, such as moving to a new city or starting a new job, approach it with an open mind and a positive attitude. Each transition brings new opportunities. When you stop resisting change, you can see these opportunities more clearly. A job loss, for example, can be a chance to pursue a passion you've neglected or to develop new skills. Embracing change with a positive mindset allows you to grow and evolve. Were there opportunities you might have missed because you were resistant to change? 5. Forgive others. When someone wrongs or harms you, clinging to resentment ends up hurting you more than them in the long run. Of course, seek justice if you've been legitimately wronged, but be cautious about desiring vengeance. As Nelson Mandela said, resentment is like drinking poison and then hoping it will kill your enemies. It chains you energetically to what hurt you. Forgiveness is not about condoning bad behavior or forcing reconciliation. It's about letting go of the bitterness and wishing the best for those who've hurt you, even from afar. This act of letting go untethers you from past pain and allows you to move forward with a lighter heart. Forgiveness is a powerful act of self-love. It breaks the cycle of anger and resentment and opens the door to healing. As Marcus Aurelius stated, the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. By forgiving, you rise above the situation and demonstrate your strength and integrity. Have you ever experienced the healing power of forgiveness? Share your stories and thoughts on forgiveness in the comments. Let's explore how forgiving others has helped us find peace and move forward. 6. Laugh often. Being able to laugh at the absurdities, ironies, and frustrations you encounter generates perspective and joy necessary to weather storms. In hard times, look for humor and levity in simple pleasures. Funny animal videos, amusing observations, jokes with friends. Laughter is a powerful tool for maintaining perspective. It helps to reduce stress, improve mood, and foster a sense of connection with others. Even in challenging situations, finding something to laugh about can provide a much-needed break from the seriousness of life. When faced with a tough day at work, take a moment to watch a funny video or share a joke with a colleague. This small act can lighten the mood and make the challenges seem more manageable. Similarly, when dealing with personal difficulties, finding humor in everyday situations can help you cope better. Humor has a unique ability to cut through tension and bring people together. Shared laughter strengthens bonds and creates a sense of camaraderie. As Seneca stated, if you have a cheerful heart, smile and laugh at everything. Embrace the lighter side of life to navigate through tough times with resilience. 7. Focus inward. We have direct control over our own growth and habits, but very little control over fundamentally altering other people. Catch yourself when frustrated that others won't change to match your vision of how they should be. This usually leads to anger and resentment when the world refuses to bend to your will. Turn your attention inward and focus on your personal growth. Ask yourself, what virtues can I cultivate? How can I lead by positive example? By concentrating on your self-improvement, you become a beacon of change for others. As Marcus Aurelius stated, Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be one. Instead of trying to change others, inspire them through your actions. When you embody the values you believe in, others are more likely to follow suit. For example, if you value honesty, practice it diligently in your own life. Your integrity will encourage others to do the same. Focusing inward also brings peace and confidence. When you excel at manifesting your highest values, you won't be as concerned with what others do or don't do. Your happiness becomes rooted in your own actions and character. 8. Let go of entitlement. It's easy to feel you're owed a particular outcome just because you strongly want or expect it. But destiny unfolds as it will, not as we demand. Catch yourself when you notice frustrated reactions stemming from unmet expectations. Remind yourself that nothing in life is guaranteed. Events don't always conform to hopes and desires. Recognize that feelings of entitlement often lead to disappointment and frustration. When you expect life to meet your demands, you set yourself up for unnecessary stress. Letting go of these expectations allows you to engage with reality more constructively. If you're working hard on a project but don't receive the recognition you expected, instead of feeling entitled to praise, focus on the satisfaction of doing your best. Appreciate the process and the skills you developed, rather than the external validation. By reducing entitled expectations, you cultivate a sense of inner fulfillment. Your happiness becomes dependent on your own efforts and values rather than external circumstances. As Epictetus said, make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. 9. Practice mindfulness. It's easy to lose yourself in regrets about the past or anxiety about the future, but this squanders the only time that actually exists, the present moment. When you notice your mind wandering into reliving old memories or imagining future scenarios, gently bring your attention back to the current experience. Engage your senses. Notice sights, sounds, sensations happening right now. Mindfulness is about being fully present in the moment. It involves paying attention to your thoughts, feelings, and surroundings without judgment. This practice helps you to experience life more deeply and respond to situations with greater clarity and calm. One effective way to practice mindfulness is through meditation. Find a quiet place, sit comfortably, and focus on your breath. When thoughts arise, acknowledge them without judgment and gently bring your focus back to your breathing. This exercise strengthens your ability to stay present and centered. Incorporate mindfulness into your daily activities. Whether you're eating, walking, or talking to someone, be fully engaged in the experience. Notice the flavors, the sensations, and the emotions. This mindful approach enriches your life and helps you to appreciate each moment. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, confine yourself to the present. This reminds us of the importance of living in the now, making the most of each moment. 10. Live simply. Chasing money, status symbols, and luxuries rarely brings lasting fulfillment. Notice when you obsess over acquiring nice homes, cars, gadgets, or other non-essentials. Ask yourself, what void am I really trying to fill? Why do I tie my self-worth to appearances and things? Aim to live modestly, purchasing ethical, durable goods mindfully. Fulfill needs but avoid excess. Living simply means prioritizing what truly matters. It's about valuing experiences, relationships, and personal growth over material possessions. This approach to life fosters contentment and reduces the stress that comes from constantly seeking more. Reflect on your lifestyle and identify areas where you can simplify. For instance, declutter your home, reduce your wardrobe to essential items, and focus on quality over quantity. By eliminating excess, you create space for what's truly important. As Seneca stated, it is not the man who has too little that is poor, but the man who hankers after more. True wealth lies in appreciating what you have and finding joy in simple pleasures. How have you simplified your life? Share your tips and experiences in the comments. Let's explore the benefits of living simply and how it has brought more peace and fulfillment to our lives. 11. Be humble. It's easy to inflate our own role and impact on situations, but in truth, many external factors are simply outside our control. Catch yourself when taking too much credit for when things go well. Recognize the role of luck, help from others, and variables beyond your influence. Don't get arrogant, assuming it was all your doing. Humility involves recognizing our limitations and appreciating the contributions of others. It's about understanding that we are part of a larger whole and that our success is often a result of many factors, not just our own efforts. When you achieve something significant, take a moment to acknowledge the support and opportunities that helped you along the way. For example, if you received a promotion at work, remember the mentors who guided you and the team that supported your efforts. While humility is important, it's also essential to maintain self-belief. Balance your recognition of external factors with confidence in your abilities. As the Stoic Seneca stated, all is opinion, and opinion is not truth. This reminds us to stay grounded and avoid letting our egos distort our perceptions. Humility is not thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less. This quote emphasizes that humility is about shifting focus from self-centeredness to a broader perspective. 12. Perspective is everything. When something upsetting occurs, it's easy to get swept away by subjective emotional reactions, but the Stoics advise taking a step back to view things more objectively before responding. When you feel your emotions intensifying, pause. Resist the urge to immediately vent or act while in a reactive state. Instead, breathe deeply and create mental space. Perspective shapes our experience of life. By viewing situations from a broader, more objective standpoint, we can respond more wisely and calmly. When faced with a challenge, ask yourself how this situation might look years from now. Will it matter as much as it does in the moment? Imagine you're dealing with a frustrating delay in your plans. Instead of reacting with anger, step back and consider the bigger picture. How significant is this delay in the grand scheme of things? This shift in perspective can help you stay calm and find constructive solutions. As Marcus Aurelius stated, if you are pained by external things, it is not they that disturb you, but your own judgment of them, and it is in your power to wipe out that judgment now. This wisdom reminds us that we have control over our perceptions and reactions. 13. Amor Fati. Rather than constantly resenting circumstances we find displeasing, the Stoics encourage mindfully accepting conditions as they are. When faced with frustrating situations, pause to reflect. Amor Fati, or love of fate, is about embracing life's circumstances fully. It's the idea of accepting and even loving everything that happens, seeing each event as an opportunity for growth and learning. This mindset helps you to face challenges with resilience and grace. When you encounter a difficult situation, instead of fighting it, ask yourself how you can engage constructively with it. For example, if you're dealing with a health issue, focus on how you can improve your lifestyle and find strength in the process. By embracing challenges, you turn them into opportunities for personal development. As Epictetus advised, do not seek to have events happen as you want them to, but instead want them to happen as they do happen, and your life will go well. This perspective helps you align with reality and find peace in accepting what you cannot change. Embracing Amor Fati means seeing every experience, good or bad, as a valuable part of your journey. It encourages you to find meaning and purpose in all aspects of life, fostering a deeper sense of gratitude and contentment. 14. Judge judiciously. It's easy to criticize others' mistakes and weaknesses, but harsh judgment often says more about ourselves than them. Before negatively judging someone, pause. Consider if it stems from your own insecurity, arrogance, or pettiness. Does their benign quirk really merit your condemnation? Is it more a matter of personal taste? Examine your motives. Also, reflect on whether positive intent could underlie their offending action. Might cultural differences be causing misunderstanding? Remember, hurt people often unintentionally hurt others. Withhold judgment until you've walked a mile in their shoes. Focus criticism solely on issues that clearly involve injustice, cruelty, or harm. Even then, aim more to understand why someone would act that way. Judgment often blocks teaching moments and reconciliation. Recognize that harsh judgments often reflect our own insecurities and biases. Before passing judgment, consider your motives and the context of the situation. Ask yourself if your criticism is truly warranted or if it stems from a place of personal discomfort. When you feel the urge to judge someone, take a step back and try to understand their perspective. For instance, if a colleague makes a mistake, instead of immediately criticizing them, consider what might have led to the error. Offer constructive feedback and support rather than condemnation. As Marcus Aurelius stated, when you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. They are like this because they can't tell good from evil. This reminder helps us to approach others with compassion and understanding. 15. Memento Mori. Frequently reflecting on the inevitability of death provides helpful perspective when caught up in the small anxieties and frustrations of daily life. No matter how difficult your current situation seems, it is fleeting. Memento Mori, or remember that you will die, is a Stoic practice of contemplating mortality. It serves as a powerful reminder to live fully and appreciate the present moment. By acknowledging the brevity of life, you can prioritize what truly matters and let go of trivial concerns. In moments of stress or frustration, remind yourself of the impermanence of life. This perspective can help you stay grounded and focused on what's important. For example, if you're feeling overwhelmed by work, take a step back and consider how this fits into the larger picture of your life. This reflection can bring clarity and calm. Reflecting on mortality also encourages you to live with intention and purpose. Ask yourself what you want to achieve and how you want to be remembered. Use this awareness to guide your actions and decisions, ensuring that you're living in alignment with your values and goals. As Seneca put it, let us prepare our minds as if we'd come to the very end of life. Let us postpone nothing. No one has promised us tomorrow. This wisdom urges us to live earnestly and make the most of each day. Thank you for staying till the end. If any of these Stoic lessons resonated with you, feel free to start a discussion in the comments. Share your thoughts and experiences with us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more Stoic content. May you find peace and serenity in the Stoic ways. Embracing Stoic principles for a fulfilling life. Next, we'll explore how embracing Stoic principles can lead to a more fulfilling and balanced life. As Epictetus wisely said, there is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will. By understanding and applying these timeless teachings, we can navigate life's challenges with resilience and tranquility. Let's dive into these principles and discover how they can transform our daily lives. Lesson 1. Stop worrying about what you cannot control. There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will. Epictetus, Discourses. In our daily lives, we are often overwhelmed by worries about things beyond our control. We stress over the weather, the economy, other people's actions, and countless other factors. These concerns consume our energy and time, yet they are fundamentally out of our hands. Stoicism teaches us that the key to a peaceful and fulfilling life lies in accepting this reality and redirecting our focus to what we can control. Let's delve deeper into this concept. Imagine a situation where you are stuck in traffic, running late for an important meeting. The frustration and anxiety build up as you watch the minutes tick away. However, no amount of worrying will change the traffic situation. Instead, acknowledging that this is beyond your control can bring a sense of calm. You can then focus on what you can control, perhaps calling ahead to inform the meeting organizer of your delay, using the time to listen to an educational podcast, or simply practicing deep breathing to manage your stress. This principle is not just theoretical, but can be applied to various aspects of life. For example, in relationships, we cannot control the actions or feelings of others. Attempting to do so often leads to disappointment and conflict. Instead, focusing on our own actions and responses can improve the dynamic. Similarly, in our careers, external factors such as company policies or market trends are out of our hands. By concentrating on our performance and adaptability, we can navigate these challenges more effectively. It is essential to distinguish between what we can and cannot control. This distinction allows us to allocate our mental and emotional resources more wisely. Reflect on your daily routine and identify areas where you tend to exert control unnecessarily. Gradually shift your focus to aspects within your power. This practice not only reduces stress but also enhances your overall well-being. Letting go of what we cannot control and focusing on our responses is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. This mindset shift can lead to a more peaceful and fulfilling life. Remember, the external world is often unpredictable, but our inner world is within our grasp. Embrace this principle, and you will find yourself more resilient and content. Lesson 2. Focus on what you can control. Some things are in our control and others not. Things in our control are opinion, pursuit, desire, aversion, and in a word, whatever are our own actions. Things not in our control are body, property, reputation, command, and in one word, whatever are not our own actions. Epictetus, Enchiridion. Building on the previous lesson, it is crucial to understand what falls within our control. In Stoicism, the only true realms we can control are our thoughts and actions. This focus empowers us to take charge of our lives in meaningful ways. Consider the power of our thoughts. Our perceptions shape our reality. For instance, two people might face the same challenging situation, but their reactions can differ drastically based on their mindset. One might see it as an insurmountable obstacle, while the other views it as an opportunity for growth. By cultivating a positive and resilient mindset, we can transform our experiences and outcomes. Our actions, too, are entirely within our control. Every day we make countless decisions that influence our lives. Whether it's choosing to exercise, pursue a new skill, or simply how we interact with others, these actions are our own. This realization is liberating. It means that no matter what external circumstances we face, we have the power to choose our response. To illustrate, think about a professional scenario where you receive critical feedback. You cannot control the feedback itself, but you can control how you react to it. Will you let it demoralize you, or will you use it constructively to improve? By focusing on your response, you turn a potentially negative experience into a positive one. Another practical example is managing stress. While you may not be able to eliminate stressors from your life, you can control your stress response. Techniques such as mindfulness, exercise, and proper time management can help you maintain balance and resilience. In essence, recognizing and focusing on what we can control shifts our energy towards productive and positive actions. It reduces feelings of helplessness and increases our sense of agency. This Stoic practice is a powerful tool for navigating life's challenges and achieving a fulfilling life. By consistently applying this principle, we develop a stronger, more resilient character. Our actions become aligned with our values, leading to a sense of integrity and purpose. So ask yourself daily, what can I control in this situation? How can I respond in a way that aligns with my values and goals? Embrace this approach and you will find yourself more empowered and content. Lesson 3. Want less. Be content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are. When you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. Lao Tzu. In a world that constantly promotes consumerism and the pursuit of more, Stoicism offers a refreshing perspective. Want less. The endless desire for more, whether it's material possessions, success, or recognition, often leads to dissatisfaction and stress. Instead, finding contentment with what we have can lead to true happiness and fulfillment. This principle is rooted in the understanding that our desires can become chains that bind us. When we constantly yearn for more, we are never satisfied with the present moment. This perpetual state of wanting creates a cycle of dissatisfaction. Stoicism teaches us to break this cycle by appreciating what we already have. Consider the simple joy of spending time with loved ones. In our quest for more, we often overlook these moments of happiness that are already within our reach. By shifting our focus to these experiences, we can find deeper satisfaction. Similarly, instead of constantly upgrading to the latest gadgets, appreciating the functionality of what we currently possess can bring a sense of contentment. Practicing gratitude is a powerful way to cultivate this mindset. Each day, take a moment to reflect on the things you are grateful for. This practice shifts your focus from what you lack to what you already have, fostering a sense of abundance. Over time, you will find that your desire for more diminishes, and your appreciation for life's simple pleasures grows. Another aspect of wanting less is simplifying our lives. This doesn't mean living in deprivation, but rather focusing on what truly matters. Evaluate your possessions, commitments, and relationships. Are they adding value to your life, or are they sources of stress and distraction? Simplifying allows you to invest your time and energy in what is genuinely important. For instance, decluttering your living space can create a more peaceful and organized environment, reducing stress and increasing productivity. Similarly, focusing on quality over quantity in relationships can lead to more meaningful connections. By embracing the principle of wanting less, we free ourselves from the endless pursuit of more. This liberation leads to a more peaceful and fulfilling life. We learn to find joy in the present moment and appreciate the abundance that already exists in our lives. Wanting less is about shifting our mindset from scarcity to abundance. It's about appreciating what we have and finding contentment in the present moment. This Stoic principle can transform our lives, leading to greater happiness and fulfillment. Remember, true wealth lies not in having more, but in needing less. Lesson 4. Simplify your life. The essence of Stoicism revolves around simplicity. It's about simplifying your life in every aspect and living with only the most essential things. In today's fast-paced world, our lives are often cluttered with unnecessary possessions, commitments, and distractions. Simplifying can help us focus on what truly matters and lead to a more fulfilling life. Consider the clutter in our homes. We accumulate things we rarely use, creating a chaotic environment. This physical clutter often leads to mental clutter, making it difficult to focus and think clearly. By decluttering our living spaces, we create a more peaceful and organized environment, which in turn reduces stress and increases productivity. Let's take an example. Imagine you have a closet full of clothes, yet you often find yourself thinking, "I have nothing to wear." This paradox arises because the excess makes it difficult to see what you truly value. By simplifying your wardrobe to include only the items you love and wear frequently, you can make dressing a more enjoyable and efficient process. The principle of simplicity extends beyond physical possessions. It also applies to our commitments and relationships. Many of us overcommit, taking on more tasks and responsibilities than we can handle. This leads to burnout and a lack of time for what truly matters. By prioritizing and saying no to unnecessary commitments, we can focus on our goals and relationships that bring us joy. For instance, consider your weekly schedule. How many of your activities are truly essential? Are there tasks you can delegate or eliminate? By streamlining your schedule, you free up time for activities that align with your values and passions. Simplicity also involves our mental and emotional lives. We often carry unnecessary mental baggage, worries, regrets, and negative thoughts. Practicing mindfulness and self-reflection can help us identify and let go of these mental burdens. This creates space for clarity, peace, and positive thoughts. To achieve a simpler life, start by identifying areas of clutter and complexity in your life. Then, take small, consistent steps to reduce and simplify. This process requires ongoing reflection and adjustment, but the benefits are profound. A simpler life allows you to focus on what truly matters and live in accordance with your values. Simplifying your life is a powerful Stoic practice that leads to greater clarity, peace, and fulfillment. By reducing physical, mental, and emotional clutter, you can focus on what truly matters and live a more meaningful life. Ask yourself, what can I simplify today to create more space for what truly matters? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's simplify together. Lesson 5. Understand and leverage your strengths. Investing in oneself is the greatest investment. This investment includes not only cultivating moral virtues and learning how to interact with others, but also understanding oneself, your strengths, and weaknesses. This self-awareness is crucial for personal growth and fulfillment. Understanding your strengths begins with honest self-assessment. Ask yourself, what are my natural talents and abilities? What activities bring me joy and fulfillment? Reflect on your past successes and identify patterns. These insights can help you recognize your strengths. Leverage these strengths in your daily life. For instance, if you have a talent for communication, use it to build strong relationships and share your ideas effectively. If you are skilled at problem solving, apply this ability to overcome challenges and find innovative solutions. Consider a practical example. Imagine you are working on a team project. By recognizing your strengths, you can take on roles that align with your abilities, contributing more effectively to the team's success. This not only benefits the project, but also enhances your sense of accomplishment and fulfillment. Understanding your weaknesses is equally important. This doesn't mean focusing on your flaws, but rather identifying areas for improvement. For instance, if you struggle with time management, acknowledge this and seek strategies to improve. By addressing your weaknesses, you become more well-rounded and resilient. Self-awareness also involves seeking feedback from others. Ask trusted friends, family, or colleagues for their perspectives on your strengths and areas for growth. This feedback can provide valuable insights and help you see yourself more objectively. Once you have a clear understanding of your strengths and weaknesses, create an action plan for personal development. Set specific, achievable goals to leverage your strengths and address your weaknesses. This ongoing process of self-improvement leads to personal growth and fulfillment. Understanding and leveraging your strengths is a powerful Stoic practice. It empowers you to use your abilities effectively and address areas for improvement. By investing in yourself, you create a foundation for a fulfilling and meaningful life. Remember, self-awareness is the first step towards personal growth. Embrace this journey and become the best version of yourself. Lesson 6. Do not complain. Learn to accept encapsulates the Stoic mindset. Complaining often stems from a resistance to reality. We complain when things don't go our way or when we face difficulties. However, this habit is counterproductive and detracts from our ability to address challenges effectively. Stoicism teaches us to accept what we cannot change and focus on proactive solutions. Complaining is a passive response to adversity. It externalizes our problems, placing the blame on circumstances or others, and absolving us of responsibility. This mindset undermines our agency and resilience. Instead of complaining, Stoicism encourages us to take ownership of our reactions and actions. Consider a common scenario: dealing with a difficult colleague at work. Complaining about this person's behavior might provide temporary relief, but it does not resolve the issue. Instead, focus on what you can control: your own behavior. Perhaps you can set boundaries, communicate more effectively, or seek support from a supervisor. By taking proactive steps, you transform a challenging situation into an opportunity for growth. Another example is facing unexpected setbacks, such as a delayed flight. Complaining about the delay won't make the plane arrive any sooner. Instead, use the time productively. Catch up on reading, plan your next steps, or practice mindfulness. This shift in perspective reduces frustration and makes the experience more bearable. Accepting reality does not mean passivity or resignation. It means acknowledging the situation as it is and then deciding how to respond constructively. This mindset fosters resilience and empowers us to navigate life's challenges more effectively. Moreover, refraining from complaints can improve our relationships. Constant complaining creates a negative atmosphere and strains our interactions with others. By adopting a more positive and proactive approach, we foster a more supportive and constructive environment. The principle of not complaining is about shifting from a passive to an active mindset. It encourages us to accept reality, take responsibility for our actions, and focus on solutions. This Stoic practice enhances our resilience, improves our relationships, and leads to a more fulfilling life. Embrace this mindset and transform challenges into opportunities for growth. Lesson 7. Live consciously and disciplined. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. Living consciously means being fully present and aware in each moment. It involves making deliberate choices that align with our values and goals. Discipline is the practice of consistently applying these choices, even when it's challenging. Together, conscious living and discipline form the foundation of a Stoic life. To live consciously, start by clarifying your values and goals. What is truly important to you? What kind of person do you want to be? Reflecting on these questions provides a clear direction for your actions. Once you have this clarity, make decisions that align with your values. This conscious approach ensures that your actions are purposeful and meaningful. Discipline is the commitment to follow through on these choices. It requires consistency and perseverance, especially when faced with difficulties. For instance, maintaining a healthy lifestyle involves conscious choices about diet and exercise, and the discipline to stick with these choices over time. This practice not only improves physical health but also strengthens willpower and resilience. Consider a practical example. Imagine you have a goal to improve your financial situation. Living consciously means being aware of your spending habits and making deliberate choices to save and invest wisely. Discipline is the ongoing effort to stick to your budget and financial plan, even when tempted to make impulsive purchases. This combination of conscious decision-making and discipline leads to financial stability and growth. Another aspect of conscious living is being mindful of your thoughts and emotions. Practice mindfulness techniques such as meditation or journaling to increase self-awareness. This helps you recognize negative thought patterns and replace them with more constructive ones. Over time, this practice cultivates a more positive and resilient mindset. Living consciously and disciplined also involves prioritizing tasks and managing time effectively. Focus on the most important tasks first and break them down into manageable steps. This approach prevents overwhelm and ensures steady progress towards your goals. Living consciously and disciplined is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. It empowers us to make deliberate choices that align with our values and goals, and to consistently apply these choices through discipline. This practice leads to a more purposeful and fulfilling life. Remember, you have the power to shape your life through conscious decisions and disciplined actions. Embrace this power and create the life you desire. Lesson 8. Enough is enough. How long will you allow the potential inside you to lie dormant? Do not allow another day to pass without being able to say, I gave it my all. We often delay taking action, waiting for the perfect moment or fearing failure. This hesitation prevents us from realizing our full potential. Stoicism teaches us to recognize that enough is enough and to take action now. Consider the areas of your life where you have been procrastinating. Perhaps it's pursuing a new career, starting a fitness routine, or learning a new skill. Ask yourself, what is holding me back? Often it's a fear of failure or a desire for perfection. However, these fears are often unfounded and only serve to keep us stagnant. Taking action, even imperfectly, is better than doing nothing. Each step forward builds momentum and confidence. For instance, if you've been wanting to start a business, take the first step today. Research your idea, create a plan, or reach out to potential mentors. These small actions move you closer to your goal and break the cycle of inaction. Consider a real-life example. Imagine someone who has always wanted to write a book but keeps delaying it. They worry about not being good enough or not having enough time. However, by dedicating just 30 minutes a day to writing, they can make significant progress over time. The key is to start and keep going, regardless of doubts and fears. Taking action also involves setting clear, achievable goals. Break down your larger goals into smaller, manageable steps. This approach makes the process less daunting and increases your likelihood of success. Celebrate each milestone along the way, as these achievements reinforce your commitment and progress. Remember, time is a finite resource. Each day that passes is an opportunity to make progress towards your goals. Don't let fear or perfectionism hold you back. Embrace the Stoic principle of taking action now and making the most of the present moment. Enough is enough. Don't let your potential lie dormant any longer. Take action today, regardless of doubts and fears. By consistently moving forward, you can achieve your goals and realize your full potential. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What action will you take today to move closer to your goals? Lesson 9. Postpone nothing. Time is fleeting. Postpone nothing. Stay present. Bring forth your best. In the fast-paced world we live in, it's easy to postpone our dreams and goals. We tell ourselves that we'll start tomorrow, next week, or next year. However, this mindset leads to missed opportunities and unfulfilled potential. Stoicism teaches us the importance of seizing the present moment and postponing nothing. Consider the value of time. Each moment is an opportunity to make progress, learn, and grow. When we postpone our actions, we lose precious time that we can never get back. This realization can motivate us to take immediate action and make the most of every day. Think about a goal you've been putting off. Perhaps it's a personal project, a career change, or a health-related goal. Ask yourself, why am I postponing this? Often the reasons are based on fear, uncertainty, or a lack of confidence. However, by taking small steps today, you can overcome these barriers and make meaningful progress. For example, if you've been wanting to improve your health, start with a simple action, like taking a 10-minute walk or preparing a healthy meal. These small steps build momentum and lead to bigger changes over time. The key is to start now and be consistent. Another aspect of postponing nothing is staying present. It's easy to get caught up in worries about the future or regrets about the past. However, the present moment is where we have the most power and influence. Practice mindfulness to stay grounded in the present. Focus on the task at hand and give it your full attention. This approach enhances your productivity and satisfaction. Postponing nothing is about seizing the present moment and taking immediate action. Don't let fear or uncertainty hold you back. Embrace the power of now and make the most of every day. Remember, time is fleeting. Use it wisely to pursue your goals and dreams. Lesson 10. Embrace change as a path to growth. The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it. Marcus Aurelius. Meditation's change is a constant and inevitable part of life. While it can be unsettling, it is also a powerful catalyst for growth and improvement. Stoicism teaches us to embrace change and view it as an opportunity rather than a setback. To embrace change, we must first let go of our attachment to the status quo. Holding on to the familiar can prevent us from seeing new possibilities and taking advantage of opportunities. Instead, approach change with an open mind and a willingness to adapt. This mindset allows us to navigate uncertainties with resilience and creativity. Consider a personal example. Imagine you are facing a major life transition, such as moving to a new city or starting a new job. Initially, the change may feel overwhelming and stressful. However, by embracing it, you can discover new experiences, meet new people, and learn new skills. This perspective turns a potentially daunting situation into a chance for growth and enrichment. Another way to embrace change is to view challenges as learning opportunities. When faced with difficulties, ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can this situation help me grow? This approach fosters a growth mindset and transforms setbacks into stepping stones for personal development. For instance, consider a professional scenario where you are assigned a challenging project outside your comfort zone. Instead of resisting the change, embrace it as an opportunity to expand your skills and knowledge. Seek feedback, collaborate with colleagues, and stay open to new ideas. This proactive approach not only enhances your capabilities, but also builds your confidence. Embracing change also means being flexible and adaptable. Life rarely goes exactly as planned, and unexpected events are inevitable. By staying flexible, you can adjust your plans and expectations as needed. This adaptability reduces stress and helps you navigate uncertainties more effectively. In conclusion, embracing change is a vital Stoic principle that leads to growth and improvement. By letting go of attachment to the status quo, viewing challenges as opportunities, and staying flexible, we can navigate life's uncertainties with resilience and creativity. Remember, change is inevitable, but how we respond to it is within our control. Embrace change and use it as a path to personal growth. Lesson 11. Practice gratitude. Be thankful for what you have. You'll end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never, ever have enough. Seneca. Gratitude is a powerful Stoic tool that shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have. It cultivates an attitude of contentment and appreciation for the present moment, regardless of our circumstances. Practicing gratitude enhances our well-being and strengthens our relationships. Start by incorporating gratitude into your daily routine. Each day, take a few moments to reflect on the things you are thankful for. This practice can be as simple as acknowledging the beauty of nature, appreciating a kind gesture from a friend, or recognizing your own achievements. By focusing on the positive aspects of your life, you create a mindset of abundance and contentment. Gratitude also involves recognizing the value of challenges and setbacks. These experiences often provide valuable lessons and opportunities for growth. When faced with difficulties, try to find something positive in the situation. This perspective not only reduces stress, but also fosters resilience and optimism. Consider a practical example. Imagine you are going through a tough time at work. Instead of focusing solely on the negatives, try to identify any positives. Perhaps you're learning new skills, developing resilience, or building stronger relationships with your colleagues. By practicing gratitude, you can find silver linings in challenging situations. Another aspect of gratitude is expressing it to others. Take the time to thank the people in your life who have supported and inspired you. This practice strengthens your relationships and creates a positive atmosphere. Whether it's a simple thank you note, a heartfelt conversation, or a small act of kindness, expressing gratitude can have a profound impact on both you and the recipient. Gratitude can also be cultivated through mindfulness and meditation. These practices help you become more aware of the present moment and appreciate the simple joys of life. Mindfulness allows you to fully experience and savor positive moments, enhancing your overall sense of well-being. In conclusion, practicing gratitude is a powerful Stoic principle that leads to greater contentment and fulfillment. By focusing on what we have, appreciating challenges, expressing gratitude to others, and cultivating mindfulness, we can create a more positive and abundant mindset. Remember, gratitude is not just a feeling, but a practice that enriches our lives. Embrace gratitude and let it transform your perspective. What are you grateful for today? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's cultivate gratitude together. Thank you for watching today's video on Stoic in your life. Remember, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength, as Marcus Aurelius taught us. By applying these Stoic principles, you can cultivate personal growth and find true happiness. We encourage you to reflect on these lessons and integrate them into your daily routine. What principle resonated with you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on living a Stoic life. Let's continue this journey together towards a more serene and fulfilled existence.